broken. That's the word you use for yourself now, isn't it? Broken relationship, broken plans, broken body, broken trust, broken heart. You say it like it's a diagnosis, like it's permanent, like the story is already over. But I need you to hear something clearly. Broken is not the same as finished. A shattered mirror is broken. A bone that snapped is broken. A heart that got torn open by someone who promised they wouldn't, that's broken too. But none of those things are done. None of those things are over. Broken is a moment. Finished is a decision. And right now, today, you get to decide which one you're going to live in. So let's be honest about where you actually are. You're tired. Not the kind of tired sleep fixes. The kind that sits behind your eyes even after 8 hours. The kind where you smile at people and they have no idea what it's costing you to hold that smile in place. You've tried before. You've made the plan. You've written the goals. You've said, this time is different. And then life did what it does. It hit you again, right where you were still healing from the last time. So now there's a voice in your head, quiet at first, then louder, telling you maybe you're just not built for this. Maybe some people get the comeback story, and some people just get the fall. Maybe you already used up your chances. Be honest with yourself for a moment. How many nights have you lied awake, replaying the moment everything fell apart? How many times have you rehearsed the apology you never got? How many mornings have you gotten up, not because you wanted to, but because there was no other option? That exhaustion is real. That grief is real. I'm not here to tell you it's not, but I am here to tell you what it isn't. It isn't proof that you're finished. It's proof that you're still standing after something that should have taken you out completely. And that right there is the part nobody tells you about broken people. The ones still breathing after the break are the dangerous ones, because they're the only ones who know exactly how strong the floor beneath them actually is. Here's what most people never realize about pain. Pain isn't the opposite of growth. Pain is the raw material of it. Nothing that has ever grown you happened in comfort. Not your character, not your patience, not the version of you that can sit with someone else's suffering without flinching because you've survived your own. Think about the people you admire most. The ones with the calm eyes. The ones who seem unshakable. None of them got that way in the easy years. They got that way in the years they don't talk about. So ask yourself, when you look at your own broken places, are you seeing a wound, or are you seeing where the strength is about to be built? Because here's the truth about how healing actually works. Physically, in your own body, when a bone breaks, the body doesn't just glue it back the way it was. It floods that exact site with new cells. It builds a dense mass right at the fracture point, called a callus. And once that heals completely, that spot, the one that broke, is often stronger than the bone around it ever was. Your life is not that different. The place where you broke is not a permanent weakness. It's a construction site. Something is being built there right now, whether you can feel it or not. But here's the part where I stop being gentle with you. You cannot build on top of a wound you refuse to look at. You cannot heal what you keep pretending didn't happen. You cannot become unbreakable while you're still lying to yourself about how much this hurt. So stop performing, fine. Stop the fake strength, that's just avoidance wearing a costume. Real strength admits the damage first, that's step one, and most people skip it. They go straight to, get over it, without ever going through it. You don't get to skip the tunnel and land on the other side. You have to walk through the dark part. Step two is this: stop asking why this happened to you and start asking what this is preparing you for. Why keeps you a victim of the story. What for makes you the author of it. Every person who has ever turned pain into purpose asks that second question, not the first. Step three, rebuild your identity on evidence, not on emotion. Your feelings will tell you that you're weak, that you're behind, that you missed your window. Your feelings are not facts. Look instead at what you've actually survived. Count the mornings you got up anyway. Count the days you kept a promise to yourself when nobody was watching. That's your evidence file. That's who you actually are. Step four, choose one small action today that the old, finished version of you would never take. Not a massive transformation, one action. Send the message you've been avoiding. Show up to the thing you almost canceled. Open the notebook you haven't touched in months. Small actions rewrite identity faster than big promises ever will, because your brain believes what you do, not what you say. Step five, protect the fragile new version of yourself the way you'd protect a callus that hasn't fully hardened yet. That means guarding your environment. That means limiting your time with people who only know the broken you and refuse to make room for the one who's healing. That means choosing your inputs. What you watch, what you listen to, who you sit across from at dinner. Like your comeback actually depends on it. Because it does. Now let me be clear about what's coming if you don't do this. Every day you stay in, broken. As an identity instead of a moment, the story gets harder to rewrite. Every excuse you protect today becomes a habit you'll have to fight tomorrow. Every time you say, maybe next month becomes next year, and next year becomes the rest of your life. Your future self is watching the choice you're making right now, in this exact moment, and they are either thanking you or they are grieving what you didn't do. Picture two versions of 1 year from now. In the first one, you did nothing different. Same routines, same excuses, same 2 a.m. scrolling instead of sleeping. You're still calling yourself broken, and by now it doesn't even feel like a wound anymore. It feels like a name tag you stopped questioning. That person is not a villain. They're just someone who let the break win by default, one quiet day at a time. In the second one, you took this seriously. You did the 5 things. You looked at the wound instead of hiding from it. You asked what for, instead of why me. You built your evidence file. You took the small actions over and over on the days you didn't feel like it. And 12 months from now, that person doesn't recognize the one who almost gave up. Not because life got easier. It didn't, life never does. Because they got stronger at the exact place they broke. You can be tired, you can be scarred, you can be still figuring it out. But you cannot be stopped unless you sign the paperwork yourself and call it finished. Every morning you don't get up is a vote for staying broken. Every excuse you protect is a vote for staying broken. Every dream you postpone one more time is a vote for staying broken. But every single one of those is also a choice, which means it can be a different choice tomorrow. You were not put together perfectly and then damaged beyond repair. You were built to break, heal, and come back denser at the fracture point. That's not poetry. That's biology. That's psychology. That's every person who has ever rebuilt a life from the ground floor. So here's what I need you to walk away with today. Broken is where you've been. Not finished is who you are. And the space between those 2 words is exactly where your comeback lies. Say it back to yourself the next time that quiet voice tells you it's over. I am broken. I am not finished. I am healing. I am not helpless. I am rebuilding. I am not done. Get up tomorrow like the callus is already forming. Because it is, and one day, the place that broke you is going to be the strongest part of the whole story. If this reached you today, don't let it end here. Subscribe to Motiverse right now. Hit that bell and show up here every single day, because the version of you that's still finishing this comeback needs daily reminders, not once a month motivation. We're building that person together, one video at a time. I'll see you in the next one.